Slams, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Unfiltered. I am here today. Same fits, you already know. Musani, Amina, and Nazish. Amina replacing Anam for this episode. Because last episode was like Anam there.
Okay.
So today, so today we're going to be talking about, first of all, the amazing month of Ramadan is coming up for people that are Muslim. It's a month where we fast from a lot of different things in life. Food is just one of them that most people see physically, but spiritually, there's a lot that we go through. There's longer nights for Taraweeh, and it's a month where we just feel a lot more connected in general. What we wanted to do for this podcast, since that month is coming up, is kind of go over our goals. What goals we had for the month of Ramadan personally, as a group, as Unfiltered maybe. But yeah, I just want to leave it open. Just throw stuff out. We could talk about it.
As a group, we're taking time off.
as a group, we are gonna have.
There's a goal right there.
We are gonna take the time that we have on the podcast and use it towards our ibadah instead.
Ibadah,
For
worship.
the month, inshallah. Yeah.
Or your
For, yeah,
naps.
worship.
Naps.
But we are gonna have some group iftars because that's like almost
Yes,
like
of
it needs to
course.
happen because feeding other people is sunnah.
Sunnah.
Eating
There it
together,
is.
yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah. Yep. That too.
I guess.
All right. So that's one.
That's one. I mean, if we're dropping goals, I guess it's
Just
different
drop
for
'em.
everyone. I'm gonna let that side of the room start.
Okay, I have a goal. So I feel like it's not specific. I just want like the cycle that I'm in during Ramadan this year, and with the praying, reading Quran, doing dhikr constantly. I just want to bring that outside of Ramadan as well. Like I know I know I don't speak for myself. Like we all struggle with bringing that outside of Ramadan as well, and not maintaining like all that we do. Like it's easy for us during, I don't know why, but it's so easy for us during Ramadan, like to pray all of our 5 prayers, do dhikr, read Quran as much as we can, like pray Taraweeh, the Hajjud, like all of these namazes, and we still have time to like go about our days and everything like as usual. But as soon as Eid hits, like we're just out of it. But my goal is to bring that outside of the month as well, inshallah.
You know what it is for me? I 100% relate to that. It's like during Ramadan, we talked about this like as a group. I don't know if we talked about it on the pod or not. Like for my family, we don't usually have dinner together or have meals together. Like everyone's busy doing their own things throughout the day, right? But like during Ramadan, we're all together for iftar.
Yeah.
We're all there to break our fast. We're all there in the morning for like suhoor time. So like carrying something like that outside of Ramadan, like being able to have that family time, and like that leads to having jamaz together, right?
Yeah.
Like just having a jamaz for Maghrib, every single night, or having Asr, Dohar, Isha, or something like that, right? I think having that is like a really good foundation. Like if I was gonna carry something through and like hope to build on it, it would be that.
That's really good.
Yeah. But yeah,
So beneficial.
I really like the idea of like carrying what you have, like not even goals for Ramadan, but like what are your goals for after Ramadan?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how are you gonna make it so Ramadan's like year round, like the vibes at least?
I feel like we just give our all during Ramadan for some reason, and we're able to do that. Like I said, like it's so easy, but as soon as Eid hits, we're just out of it. And we
Yeah,
don't.
just because that multiplied ibadat, whatever
I
it
feel
is,
like,
right?
and that's gonna be a sports analogy, so I know you
Go
back
for
me
it.
up here. I feel like Ramadan is like your rookie season. Like you're excited, it's new, it's fresh, so you put everything in, right? And then you get to Eid, it's like that sophomore slump, and all of a sudden you kind of flatline a little. I think it's just because like Ramadan is so new, it's so exciting. But by the end of those 30 days, you're so wiped out as a person. We just talked about this in the last episode, right?
Yeah.
You're not emotionally done, but mentally, you're tired.
Yeah.
Physically, you're probably, some people are skinnier, some people throw on some weight, but you're dead. So I feel like that's like the big thing. Unless you get so tired that it doesn't carry over that well. I guess stepping back before we go to Mina, though, let's talk about why goals are important. Like obviously you can set goals, but like there's a reason to set goals, right? Your take, because I'm sure you guys set goals at work. I have to set goals at work all the time. I hate it, but you got to do it.
I mean, I think it's always to push yourself to be better than what you currently are, right? Like looking forward, and like your goals should kind of build on what you had last year. So like nothing should ever be enough. You shouldn't be complacent with where you are. So you always want to set goals to push your boundaries, to push yourself. That's the way I look at goals.
Always striving to be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like goals are just like a tangible check mark kind of point, where it's like, yo, like I got there, I got it done. All right, what's next? If you don't have goals, it's kind of like, what are you aiming for? What are you striving for? What are your actions supposed to lead to? Because if you're not leading to anything, then what's the point? Are you just waking up, going to bed, waking up next morning?
There's no purpose. Yeah.
It's interesting because the reason why Nazish brought up that goal is because for a lot of us, it's the same thing every year. Like Ramadan comes, you go all in, and then you get burnt out, and you go back to normal life.
Exactly,
Yeah.
always happens.
So like that goal, I really resonate with that. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Amina?
For me, my goal is to finish the Quran this year. And something, inshallah, and something that I did it once, and it was actually like really easy because I did it with like this group of women who met I think it was like every day for the first 10 days, and we read like we read like 2 juz a day, and so we were actually able to like finish in the first half of Ramadan. And that was something that I remember I was so like diligent about it. If there was a day that I was going to miss, then I would make it up by myself and make sure that I listen. And if I wasn't able to like read or physically hold the Quran, then I would pull it up on my computer or my phone, and I would like listen to it to make sure that I was caught up. And I don't know, like that, I think it was the group setting that really helped me like stick with it, which obviously I haven't been able to like go back to, especially now with COVID and everything. We don't have those anymore. But this is just a chance for me to like hold myself accountable. And I also want to try to like read the translation as well, so I can get like an understanding of what I'm reading, which I have been doing, but I haven't been like sticking with my schedule, like read 4 pages after every salah and everything. Like I start that for the first like 10 days, and then I fall off of it because just sometimes I'm so tired. But that's like my biggest goal. Another goal that I usually have, or I have for the past few years, is to eat more fruit. My diet is terrible. I don't have a lot of fruits and vegetables, but they say it's sunnah to break your fast with either a date or a piece of fruit. And if I don't have dates, then I'll get like a plum or an apple, or I can't eat any of those now that I have braces. But
Peaches.
some kind, yes, very soft peaches or something like that. So my diet usually improves, not just because of like the increments, but like what I'm putting into my body. So yeah, I'm gonna try to eat. I'm gonna try to eat more fruit again because I know it's good for me.
Yeah, that's powerful. I think every Ramadan I've always had a goal of like reading a certain number of pages, so like the Quran after each salah.
Yeah.
But then I procrastinate,
It
and
never
I like
happens
it
every
never
Ramadan.
happens. I never like sure I'll finish the Quran, but it'll take me a lot longer than what I like
Exactly,
planned for
yeah.
it to happen.
So
What
you
I-
have to cram
yeah.
in all at once
Yeah.
too, like when you're.
And I'm just a
rushing.
procrastinator at heart. That's just how I am. So I guess my goal, like in that sense, is like they have like these, because of COVID now, they have a bunch of these online classes that are
Yeah.
free that you could take, and they hold you accountable to like a timing.
Oh.
So like if I like book out that timing in
Yeah.
my day, then I have to attend it, or like a Dicker session or something like that. I have to attend it 'cause it's like live. So I guess maybe that's something that I would do to kind of combat that procrastination.
Yeah,
Also,
no,
what
I'm
I
definitely
did
gonna do that.
Was just this one girl, like she organized it, and there was like a bunch of us. I think 30 girls, maybe more, maybe less, something around that. But like every day we would get like assigned a different juz to read, and that's how we literally competed every single day. Like we would have one Quran completed.
Make it fun, yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh,
it was
wow.
online. It
Sad
was
to
during
say,
COVID
yeah.
last year.
I like that.
Yeah, it was so beneficial. Alhamdulillah.
Oh, whatever
Yeah.
that is, I want in on that.
Definitely, inshallah.
Something else that I wanted to do, this is more of like a social thing. I've never been able to do like, again, because restaurants are closed. My friend, her family had this tradition. They would always have one suhoor at like Denny's or like some sort of 24-hour
Always
restaurant.
fun. It's always so
I've
much
never
fun.
done it before, and I really want to
You
like
gotta do
try
it.
doing that just
You gotta do it.
because, I don't know, it sounds fun.
Definitely not Denny's though. Definitely not Denny's.
Definitely not Denny's.
Denny's
Yeah, but
like IHOP or
just
something.
any.
IHOP would be so fun.
Yeah.
And I know where the 24-hour IHOP is, so I'm definitely gonna. But my mom can't hang like that, so it might just be me
Oh.
and my sister. I don't know, but that's a random. It's not a worship based goal, but
Or
it's
just
something that I've been
something,
wanting
yeah.
to try ever since I heard about my friend's tradition.
Sunrise too. Sunrise on the beach.
Oh.
I only do it
I
during
really
Ramadan.
wanted, yeah, and it's now
because I'm only awake during that time.
now that it's warmer, or it's supposed to be warmer.
Yeah.
By the time Ramadan rolls around, I think I'm gonna try that too. I'm not a morning person. I just gotta.
Well, I hear some whispering going on from the side of the room over here.
Mhm.
Just looking at me
I don't know
like
what's going on, but yeah. How about you, Masani? I haven't heard from you in like a few
I
minutes.
know. I don't know, man. I feel like I should have gone first now because I feel like you guys all took my goals here. My main one was definitely the Ramadan goal, only because like when I was younger, probably between like the 7th grade to like senior year, I was good at it. Like I got it done. And I got into college, and I feel like the biggest thing became like the excuse of, oh, I don't have time. I think freshman year of college was when we started fasting during like the actual college year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'd be like, oh no, I have an 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. And that excuse always gave way to like, all right, well, I can't. I have to sacrifice this. I have to sacrifice that. But I feel like now, as a college graduate, I have the time to say, no, like that's not an excuse anymore.
Yeah.
So that was my goal, but it's also your goals.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just hoping by the end of this pod, whoever's listening, I hope you have inspiration for your own goals to like achieve or something. I'm hoping these are like kind of like baselines to start on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I feel like you give a good goal now, just like carry that momentum. I feel like for a lot of things we do, we put our all into it, and then like, but when it comes to this, you'll do it for 30 days, you fall off, you don't care for a little bit, and then you pick it back up. I feel like for those just that intervals, the highs and lows, that's fine. But I feel like for a lot of people, you could probably be more consistent with it if you didn't feed yourself a lot of excuses.
Yeah.
Because it usually takes about 40 days to make a good set a good habit.
Bro.
So Ramadan is kind of like that peak time, or that it's a good amount of time to do that.
Perfect.
And so like I think especially like for us girls, you know, sometimes we technically have like a week off during Ramadan, but like staying on top of it. So like for me, I still get up for suhoor with my family even if I'm like not fasting, and I'll still like, you know, sit out what is it called, during like all of the salah times, and then like I said before, like I listen to Quran,
Do dhikr on your own.
yeah, exactly, and do dhikr on my own, and that kind of like keeping in that habit, even if you're not able to like physically go through some of the motions, I think is like really important to like solidifying it as a habit. But yeah,
Ingrained in your head, yeah, for sure.
I guess another goal would be, and this is kind of contradictory, but definitely with quarantine, having spent so much time with like our families, I definitely take like the time and the opportunity to not, because I know it's so easy to go out to iftars or with your friends, but I just take that time to like be around like your parents or your grandparents. We talked on so many episodes about how you don't have like, you know, it's not an unlimited amount of time, it's finite. So using the time this month especially, when like, you know, people are going to be home, most people are going to be home, so taking that time to either, you know, talk to them, chill with them, hang out with them, instead of trying to always constantly find an excuse to get outside your house. Not that we advise that during quarantine before somebody has,
to be
has
honest,
a fit.
I think I want to say also like repairing relationships, friends,
Oh wow,
friends, family, distant, or reaching out to like distant cousins or
yeah.
distant
just
relatives that you haven't
connecting
talked to
with
in
people,
forever,
I
just
think that's
checking
the
in on
perfect
people.
time,
yeah.
We have a lot of downtime, right? We're like, oh, I'm hungry, but like use that.
Checking with people,
Yeah, checking the people that you haven't talked to in a long time.
Reconnect and
Yeah,
everything, yeah.
reconnect.
It's a good time that I see a lot of people making amends.
Yeah.
Not even like if it's like something that needed to be repaired necessarily, but like people are always like, oh, if I've done anything to you, like, and the time that we've known each other, please forgive me.
And genuinely too, not just like say it because like
Yeah,
everyone
and
says
like I definitely get those a lot around Ramadan. Then I kind of see why. Like there's just more reward, but like it feels more fulfilling to do like that kind of stuff during Ramadan.
Yeah.
To like just keep
To
those
feel
good
good type of thing. Yeah.
those good relationships.
For real, for real.
I feel like it's a good month for a service project. I feel like now I'm kind of just brainstorming while we're on this, but I feel like we should probably have a good time for us.
I don't got my 8 hours, man. I don't know about service project.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I feel like you have well, you're gonna still go to the gym, right? Like I know we talked about this. Do you have a goal for yourself then? I feel like for Ramadan, I feel like one of my biggest goals is always just trying to maintain. Because it's so easy to pile on weight.
Dude, for me, it's diet, man. I'm so used to just having the samosas and the bhajia and all this stuff, bro. It's like,
nope.
And the thing is, it's so good.
It's so good.
And like everyone's eating it
You guys
every
don't
night
get
for
heartburn though?
Oh,
I mean, I don't yet, but like
we're gonna get this
people
soon.
probably do.
But people, definitely get it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess trying to improve my diet in general.
Fruit is
I
sunnah.
don't know if it's just you guys,
Fruit.
but like
Gotta convince
sometimes
Dadi.
my dad, whenever like because we overeat, like there's always so much food during iftar. He just goes on that like post iftar walk.
Post iftar walk is a move.
Yeah.
Like doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%. We're getting some fresh air.
I feel like my family used to do that a lot actually. Like just during Ramadan, like we would not collect. 'Cause like sometimes like my mom and my sister would go or whatever, but like just that post iftar walk.
My post iftar walk used to be from the Old Navy parking lot to the masjid for Isha. That's like a long walk. I used to purposely walk or park in that farther parking lot.
Are you talking MEC or Palo?
Yeah, MEC here.
What
Yo,
old?
that's a walk.
That's a
What Old Navy?
Oh, actually, that's not terrible.
No, it's
That's
right.
not
It's
terrible.
like
That's
literally,
two
it's like
blocks.
Wait,
Yeah.
right next to
Where are you-
yeah.
Yeah.
Next
to
what?
Like in front of the Walgreens.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
I
Yeah.
was thinking like Old Orchard.
I was thinking
No, it's like-
Orchard
I-
Park.
yeah, I
Okay.
was-
No, it's like
That's
3
crazy.
blocks,
Yeah,
two
yeah.
blocks,
No,
2.5
no,
blocks.
I'm
not-
That would be
Also-
my post.
Oh, you
not
mean-
as
Send me my
impressed
post vlog.
anymore.
Oh
I'm
wait,
not
no,
gonna
I
lie
used to
you.
do that. This
Yeah.
was like 2 or 3 Ramzans ago. Like I would walk to the masjid like after iftar with my brother. We
That's a
used to do
move.
that.
you
Yeah.
walk here from your house?
I don't live too far.
You live far enough.
It's not that bad.
Exposed.
It's not that bad. It's just all the way.
You can see Najas on her bike.
Dude.
Can we
cannot
drive
ride a
into-
bike. I
drive into the
cannot ride a
masjid?
bike.
Oh man, you're one of those.
I forgot. It's
Going to
possible
those.
to forget how to ride a bike.
I'll teach you. It's okay.
Just saying. Continue.
Yeah, I got you. I'll take it. I feel like another one of my goals, at least for this year, I feel like it's on line with the whole forgiveness thing. Like I feel like I'm really good at forgiving and not forgetting, but I think for this year, I feel like I'm gonna make a more conscious effort to be grateful for things. Just because, especially with Ramadan, I feel like when you're hungry, you never realize like the evidence of food, right? When you're thirsty, you don't realize like how convenient it is for you to have water. And going to DePaul, the one thing I always notice is like the homeless.
Yeah.
Only because like like
Fullerton, bro.
Fullerton.
As soon as you get off the
Jackson.
highway.
The lower tunnel on Jackson, everything like that.
Yeah.
And just thinking about, obviously like through quarantine, we've all had our struggles.
Grateful.
But honestly, like when you put your struggles in the light of other people's, I'm just like, damn, I'm kind of being a little dumb,
Yeah.
for lack of a better word choice.
Taking things for granted.
Yeah, so I think just being
100%,
grateful.
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the month in general is just amazing just to see like, hey, look, like this is how the other side lives. And I think once you put your perspective into that light, then you come out of it not only a better person, but also more willing to help other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Less
God
stubborn.
knows we
Less
could
Yeah.
really use a lot of help in this
And
world right now.
Speaking of like the service projects and like the city, one of my goals, I don't know if I would consider this a goal, but I want to like make bag lunches or whatever and then take them to the city and distribute them.
That's
I just
awesome.
haven't found the time or the money or the manpower. Maybe we can do this as like an unfiltered thing.
I'm down though.
Um,
We should.
But this is actually, it's because it's something that I normally do whenever I visit, because I usually take the L into the city. And if I get food while I'm there, if I pass by like a homeless person, I'll usually end up giving my food. And it's not like intentional, like it usually be like a to-go bag or something that I got for myself. But if I pass them, I usually end up giving them my food. And so I want to like intentionally like
Make that a
make
thing.
food
Yeah.
for them to give to them.
Yeah.
Because and I think that just it was easier. It would have been easier a few years ago because Ramadan used to be during the summer, but it was also really hot then.
That's longer days too.
Well, it was longer days, yeah, but
Yeah.
it's still something that I really want to try at least
Inshallah.
once.
It should be
And
warm this Ramadan, hopefully.
Yeah, I think it should
Supposed to be in
warm
the
it up.
60s like in a
Warm
few
it up.
days. Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday, 62.
It's up and down. I can't.
Chicago, dude. This is
Yeah.
Chicago.
I'm
I
tired
feel
of it.
like I gotta preface though, like if you're going to Ramadan, you don't have goals, like it's also all good. Like I know I started this by saying like, what are you doing if you don't have goals? But it's tiring, it's exhausting. So if your goal is just to chill out, take naps, just get through the day, just even if it's as simple as like I want to make sure I get all my roses in, then all right, that's a dope goal.
It
Like,
can also
inshallah
be
you
time
get
to
it.
like relax and unwind and
Yeah.
just take that time out. For
I mean,
yourself.
honestly, I feel like Ramadan is just an opportunity to reset. Like you get those
Mhm.
12 months on, 11 months on, so take this month to reset, get your mind right, get back for the second half of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Something.
doesn't have to be serious.
Something as easy as like, or not as easy as, but something as simple as like doing all 5-year prayers that we might
Yeah.
fail to do like
On a
normally that we should be
basis,
doing.
Yeah.
That's a big one. And then doing our fast, as you said.
Yeah.
And then just like,
I mean, dude,
What?
even if
Like-
it's like helping around, like especially
Just like
like
simple goals. Yeah.
even
bro,
if it's, like, helping
literally
around
a
the
really
house.
easy
The
one,
house.
or not, it's not an easy one, but like something that you can actually incorporate that I'm probably going to do is like trying to stop swearing like at all during
Oh my
Ramadan.
God.
Because I was just
Well,
randomly like, oh,
that is
oops,
a
dang
hard
it, like nothing, like, yeah.
I try
so.
what I try to do is
A swear
I
jar for like Ramadan.
imagine-
Yeah.
I just imagine that swearing, and this might be true, I don't know, but like swearing, I imagine it breaks either my fast or my wudu, and that kind of
Yeah,
like
it's
it's
I think it does.
incentive to just use, because I have very creative swear alternatives because I don't swear in front of my elders. So
Mhm.
like whenever I'm here
Yeah.
at
No
this
more
pod,
alternatives.
yeah, no, like when I'm here at this podcast
Uh-huh.
because our auntie's here, I use like all of my my creative alternatives, and so like I'm gonna start writing them down because to be honest.
I'm curious.
Yeah,
to
no,
hear
because
this.
I got one from my aunt, and she says flippity flop, and
Flippity flop.
believe it or not, just the amount of times that I say that on a regular basis, and I say that in place of just about all of my swear words, and it works. So you guys are gonna be hearing that a lot of that from me, especially in the upcoming month. Yeah. So get ready.
I mean, honestly, you got anything to add?
What?
No, I think that was.
I mean, I'm hopeful.
Awesome,
I'm hopeful that if you watch the episode, you made it to this point. You
dropped on your
goals
goals.
your own.
Dropped on your goals if you have any. Yeah.
Rewind, reset. 2021 has already been just as bad as 2020. So hopefully.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Bad, like, pretty bad.
No, it's been garbage.
If I wanted to waste my 20s, I would have done something else. All right.
I think I enjoyed 2020 more than I enjoyed 2021. Now it's just getting like tiring. I'm just out of it.
I'm over it. I'm already over 2021.
I'm loving how relaxing it is, but I'm ready to get back to like
relaxing.
Normal.
No, I'm saying we're a lot more normal now than we were in 2020. Though. That's what I'm saying. I can't be
sure.
sticking in my room 24/7.
But we're not normal. We're like the 2020 normal, like where we've gotten used to the quarantine and the social distancing and the masks. So we're we are like in
Ramadan this year actually being
state
able
of
to like go to the masjid. Yeah, that's gonna be lit. Can't wait for that.
We're not gonna be able to do like the 27th. Like we're not gonna be able to. I don't know. There's something about like being in the masjid and it being super crowded because it's that special night, and we're not gonna be able to do that.
Shoulder
this year.
to shoulder type.
Yeah, and like I remember I got so up close and personal with people whose names I wasn't even sure if I knew, but then we would just be so. I don't know. I'm gonna miss that.
All of that stuff.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Bro,
aunties, they don't sit on you?
Do aunties sit on us?
Well,
there ain't no aunties sitting on us.
Do uncles like so the uncles don't sit on you?
There's not a single uncle.
Because maybe it's just because the women's section is so much smaller.
Definitely ain't no aunties, bro.
No, yeah, the women's section is a lot smaller, so.
It might be a little tight. My shoulders might be a little squeezed, but
you know what's sitting on us, right?
You guys are lucky.
Because the last time I spent Ramzan, like. I was in Umrah, okay? Like 2019, I went to Umrah, and then afterwards, 2020, now we're here, quarantine. Now 2021, we're back in, like, trying to get back to the masjid and everything, get back into that vibe, but, yeah.
All right.
Let's just see how it goes.
No more aunties
back to the wrap-up. But, yeah, hopefully inspirational. Hopefully you get your own goals. And if not, I hope you get to chill. Cool, and inshallah, it's a dope month. Because honestly, I think everyone could use a bit.
Just hanging out with family, bro. That in itself is amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing product of it.
So
yeah,
inshallah, take your blessings, run with them, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace out, salams.